Hey, what's up? Good day, everyone. Good day, everybody. This is the Course in Miracles, 23rd day in our 2020 year, 23rd lesson in our Course in Miracles. And today we are saying that we can escape the world we see by giving up attack thoughts. We can escape the world we see by giving up attack thoughts. And the world you see is a world of vengeance, as we discussed yesterday. So harsh sounding. Sometimes I'm like, maybe, but in a way you can see that clearly with all the pandemonium, the world I see, with all the identity politics, the world I see is a world of vengeance or something like that. And I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. So this can happen sometimes in some ways where it's like when I'm upset, when you're upset, when one is upset, practically what's happening is we're looking for we're hyper-vigilant for any meaning that aligns with the tiny mad idea. Often at the somewhere in the lessons I do describe this, the tiny mad idea. It's the origin story for the world of appearances, for the world of seeming separation, for the world of time and space and stories. By the Course in Miracles standards, the most true thing you can say is that the truth is true. That's all it is, and that a cause is, let's see here, the thought of a thinker does not leave the mind of the thinker that thinks it. So God, being a creator, let's call this a mental universe, does not create thoughts separately from himself as a creator, or herself, or itself. A cause is a cause because of its effects. Cause and effect come together. They're not separated in this way. So truth is true. It's always true. There's nothing other than it. Truth creates truth. Truly. There's no lie or anything like that. That's the base of the Course. And then there is the base of the world of time, the story, the dream, the world of appearances, the thing that started the Big Bang. It could be said is the tiny mad idea. It says, into the mind of God there crept a tiny mad idea, at which it forgot to laugh. At which it forgot to laugh means it just, the mind took this idea seriously that goes against the first map. It was that, what if there was something other than the truth? The mind went like, what would it look like? That would look like war, that would look like pandemic, that would look like creators who don't care about their children. It would look like children who disrespect their creators, things like this. So the world is a symbolic representation of that, according to the Course, an expression of that idea taken seriously, that there could be something that would oppose what is. So practically as a human, from the humanistic level, if I'm about and I feel myself like I can't feel right, I feel disconnected from myself because I can't, let's see here. I'm trying to remember this lesson. I am my creator created me like itself, or something like that. Man, there's a lesson somewhere around. Wish I could remember it specifically. I wish I had the book with me. Wish. Anyways, forgive it. I see there's a good example. There's like a feeling of there's something missing. I don't have the ability to speak what I'm trying to say. And so at that moment, I can take that back. I can say that that's an attack thought on, it's a grievance I'm holding up against my own good experience, my own peace. And I can say, I and my source I can connect with my source inside and say that that's just the outside world. And it doesn't mean that I can't connect to, it doesn't mean that I can't connect to myself, actually. It doesn't mean that that I need to go and figure out how to connect with myself. I can do it now. I can let go of those attack thoughts that say, I need to be able to explain this better. I need to be able to do that better. And I can be at peace now. You can do this. You can see if you've been a Vipassana meditator or something like this, the stuff you've experienced. We've all experienced that, changing our thoughts. Okay, so anyways, this is lesson 23. A Course in Miracles says we don't have to believe these things. We may actively resist them. I kind of actively resist this lesson. I found myself resisting wanting to read it today. But let's see what happens, okay? So I'm going to read it anyways. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. You can escape from the world you see by giving up attack thoughts. Based on yesterday's lesson, you see a world of vengeance. So you can escape this world by giving up attack thoughts, by letting them go, by forgiving them. And attack thoughts could be, many things. I think the lesson will go into this. Let's see. The idea for today contains the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. But this way cannot fail. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. This is the world you think you see. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. It is with your thoughts, then, that we must work. If your perception of the world is to be changed, we got to work with your thoughts. If this is true, if what this paragraph is saying is true, then we got to work with your thoughts if we're going to change your perception of the world. If the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, a tiny mad idea, what if something could be something other than what is? Or what if there was something opposed with it, what is? This is like something against. Against is what? Like kind of like attack, right? So if the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, you must learn that it is these thoughts which you don't want. You don't want to keep nurturing any thoughts of righteous indignation, or to nurture any thoughts to perceive yourself as harmed or something like that. The Course in Miracles says we must be vigilant against the temptation to see ourselves as harmed. There is no point in lamenting the world. I'm in paragraph 2, sentence 2, I think, maybe 3. There is no point in trying to change the world. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect. But there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. Here you are changing the cause. The effect will change automatically. Paragraph number 3. Paragraph number 3. The world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. Seems really harsh, but okay. I don't know. I'm noticing I like some other poetic ways of painting too. And I can try this on. I can try on some more poetic, romantic ways too. Anyways, that's just my own authenticity speaking. It's okay. Each of your perceptions of external reality is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. Yeah, external reality is in quotes there. Something coming from outside of what? Outside of what? The truth? Outside of you? Outside of what is? Outside where? Outside where? Anyways, one can well ask if this can be called seeing. Is not fantasy a better word for such a process, and hallucination a more appropriate term for the result? Paragraph number 4. You see the world that you have made, but you do not see yourself as the image maker. the dreamer of the dream, not the character in the dream, the dreamer of the dream. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. This is what salvation means. For where is the world you see when its cause is gone? Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your images and so transform them that you will love them. Loveliness can light your images and so transform them that you will love them, even though they were made to begin with of hate, or of the idea that there could be something other than the truth, which is what hate is. That's a lovely way to put it. Okay, for you will not be making them alone. So there is a way that loveliness can light your images and so transform them that you will love them, even though they were originally made in hate. This is the transformation. This is the translation of the story. The story gets translated into a forgiving world. For you will not be making them alone. For you're going to not make them alone. You're not going to make them. The images are going to be made with. They're going to be. You're not going to make them alone. You're going to make them with. With what? With everything. With, let's see, vision. With, let's see, your own caring heart to be able to see beyond, through, or underneath all of them for the call that they all carry. Everyone does. All of us either are doing. This is a good way to put the world as one or two things. One of two things. The world is one of two things. Everything you see is one of two things. It is either A, an extension of love, or B, a call for love. So you see everything with that call for love. Both the extension of love and the call for love only naturally would have a natural expression of reaction of to be helpful, and to be helpful in the call to choose to see beyond, the kicking and screaming. Like Marshall Rosenberg, the nonviolent communication guy, he was on stage, and it was an Israel tribe and a Palestinian tribe, and he got on stage and somebody yelled, "You murderer!" right away to him. He was supposed to be mitigating them, and he was like something like, "Now, sir, if I hear you rightly, what I think you're trying to say is that you believe that the country I'm associated with is making it hard for you and your family to live your life well. Is that what you're saying?" He was like, "That's exactly what I'm saying." So apparently they were getting, bombs thrown at them, and sometimes they could see that it was sponsored by the Marshall Rosenberg's an American, and that those weapons were often made in America or something like that. He was able to see underneath it that the guys telling him he's a murderer was actually there's something underneath it. Like there's a need that's being expressed to be helpful with on the practical level. All right, so paragraph number 5. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are not trapped in the world you see because its cause can be changed. This change requires, first, that the cause be identified and then let go so that it can be replaced. That's 3 things. Recognized, identified, identified, let go, and then replaced. The first 2 steps in this process require your cooperation to identify them and then to let them go. The final one does not. Your images have already been replaced. By taking the first 2 steps, you will see that this is so. To identify the thing that we are forgiving, and then to let it go, and to give trust to trust. This is the way I word it. It's helpful for me. I call the Spirit this way. The Course in Miracles calls it, give that to the Spirit, to ask the Spirit to take it away. I say trust. Hey, I'm going to trust you that you can deal with this thing. Like maybe in my head there might be like a little bit of like a, I might be like, oh, but what's that? And I don't know. So, kind of playfully and prayerfully, I speak to the Spirit this way. I say, hey, trust, like I got this thing going on. Will you take it from me? Will you give it back? Just a moment. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to stop thinking about that. I'm just going to stare at the world without judgment for as long as I can, for a moment or two. and I'm going to ask you, I got this specific bundle of thoughts that are banging me in the head. Will you take them from me, trust? Will you give them back to me in a way that I can handle better? Or will you just completely disappear them for me somehow? And that's the way I practice with this. There's lots of fun little parables that I've picked up along the way that show that worked. Anyways, I'm going to move on, okay? Paragraph number 6. Besides using it throughout the day, as the need arises. So, as the need arises, we're going to use the thought for today. But besides that, we're going to do 5 practice periods. 5 practice periods are required for applying today's idea. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first. Then close your eyes and devote about a minute to searching your mind for as many attack thoughts as occur to you. As each one crosses your mind, say, I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about, let's see here, President Trump, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden. All these political things are coming up. Let's see. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about, let's see, not having money, choking on food, breaking my foot, whatever comes to mind as an attack thought. Hold each attack thought in mind as you say it, and then and you're supposed to say, I can escape the world but I see by giving up attack thoughts about cancer, about, I'll have to call that back. I can escape the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about missing a call from my friend there that just called and feeling like I hope I didn't miss something or something like that. Okay, hold each attack thought in mind as you say this, and then dismiss the thought and go on to the next. Just let it go. Go on to the next. You're purposely looking for them here. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and of being attacked. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and of being attacked. Their effects are exactly the same because they are exactly the same. This is a pretty radical thing to say, that attacking and being attacked are the same. You don't recognize this as yet, and you are asked at this time only to treat them as the same in today's practice periods. We are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. When you finally learn that thoughts of attack and of being attacked are not different, you will be ready to let the cause go. You'll be ready to let the cause go. Hey, man. What's up, Benjamin? How you doing, brother? Thanks for joining in, everybody. Oops. I didn't even know I could do that. I didn't know I could flip the screen by just tapping it. Hey, what's up, Brent? Good day. I just finished reading this lesson. I can let go of the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. I can let go of the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. You can let go of the world you see by giving up attack thoughts. We can let go of the world we see by giving up attack thoughts. This is a way to enter the holy instant immersion. Look for attack thoughts, anything you think is an attack thought of being attacked or of attacking, and choose this sentence with it. I can give up the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about politics, about manipulated science, about manipulated media, about cults, about the money supply or whatever. Anyways, have a good day today on your course, everybody. Ciao.